This card isn't rare, it isn't hyped, and it definitely isn't a Jordan. But if you stay until the end, I'll explain why this Shawn Kemp 1990s NBA hoop card is still the smart piece of basketball history to collect. Hey guys, welcome back to the Smart Card Collector, where we slow down and take a look at a single card and determine whether it makes sense to collect or not. And I'm excited today because I'm introducing my first NBA card to the lineup. I want to thank you for tuning in, and before we dive in, I would actually appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel and I would appreciate your support. And here's why this card matters. Not every great player gets talked about in the same way, and usually that's where the most interesting card lives. Shawn Kemp was pure energy in the 90s, and this card quietly captures that moment in basketball history. Alright, let's dive in. This is the 1990s NBA Hoops Shawn Kemp card. It features a young Kemp going up strong near the rim with that classic early 90s hoops design. Clean borders, bold colors, and no distractions. It's a simple card, but that simplicity is a part of why it's so recognizable. Shawn Kemp was one of the most explosive players of his era, a six-time NBA All-Star and a cornerstone in the Seattle SuperSonics during their best years. He wasn't just putting up numbers, he was a must-watch basketball player. Dunks instantly and highlight reels every night. Now let's talk market value, just to give this card some real-world context. At the time of this recording, raw, ungraded copies of this card typically sell for $1 to $2 range, depending on its condition. But if you look at graded examples, PSA 9s generally fall in the low teens, while the PSA 10s have been selling roughly for $60 to $90. As always, the market moves, but this is simply a snapshot of where this stands today. What makes this card stand out isn't scarcity, it's accessibility. It gives collectors a chance to own a card from the true 90s basketball icon without needing a massive budget. This is the kind of card that fits perfectly into a nostalgic collection, not because it's flashy, but because it represents an era. Here's a fun fact. Shawn Kemp earned the nickname Rain Man during his Seattle years. For a stretch of the early 90s, he was considered one of the most feared dunkers in the entire leagues. And you can see in the background there's two players in awe as he makes that basket in the card. Not every card needs to be a slam dunk. Sometimes the best cards out there are the ones that remind you of why you started collecting in the first place. This Shawn Kemp card does exactly that. If you enjoy breakdowns like this and collecting with intention, then feel free to stick around. There's plenty more of these coming. As always, collect what you enjoy and collect smart. Also, thank you for watching until the end. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. It'll help my growing channel.